Why didn't the world end on 24 September 22 as everyone predicted?
You looked at the wrong calendar. You see, Gregorian and Julian are agreed upon to match with seasons, summer, winter, but there's an even older one.
Ruled and based of the moon cycles was 13 months, around 28 days each.
The Ethiopian calendar.
Now let's connect the dots.
Remember the 2012 end of the world? It actually happened, not as movies pumped your imagination for it to happen, but it was a false one. First step before the big one. 2012 is 2020, an Ethiopian calendar. It's when it started to get downhill. Let me remind you, universe has no time. Few days for them can be years for humans.
So how does the end of the world look like currently?
Because of lockdown, most businesses were later shut down. Because earnings didn't cover the costs, so many were forced to take a loan. Let me also remind you of the corona and vax truth.
Ultimately, the mRNA vaccines are an example for that cell and gene therapy. I always like to say, if we had surveyed 2 years ago in the public, would you be willing to take gene or cell therapy and inject it into your body, we would have probably had a 95% refusal rate. I think this pandemic has also opened many people's eyes to innovation in a way that was maybe not possible before.
This was held and streamed while the whole world and media were distracted by the Depp and Heard trial. After Corona followed the wars, America sabotaging Russia.
There will be no longer a Nord Stream 2. We will bring an end to it.
But how will you do that exactly? Since the project and control of the project is within Germany's control.
We will, I promise you, we'll be able to do it.
Which will lead to inflation. Those who loan 1,000 euros will owe the bank at least 3 to 4 times more. The pyramid of rich and poor has started.
So 24 September
is in approximately 2030.
So why creating a pyramid of rich and poor?
It's the final step of divide and conquer. The system we know today was planned from the start, created to lead to these events.